Well, hey there, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Ink and Whimsy. I'm Laura Daniels, and I'm glad we get to spend a little bit of time together today. I am so excited about this suite from Stampin' Up. It's called Ocean Friends. The colors are just so bright and vivacious, and they just make me think of sunshine and rainbows. Some of the colors are Melon Mambo, Calypso Coral, Pumpkin Pie, Lemon Lime Twist, Summer Splash, and Berry Burst. And I have, it's not necessarily a story, it's just something I love to do every time I go home to visit family in Maine. So I want to show you the pictures we're going to be using. This is going to be a double page spread. The first portion of the video, I am going to put together the first page, and then we're going to do the big reveal in the same video, and I'm going to show you the second page, which I have already designed and created, and you'll see them both together. And I'm really excited as to how this did come together. So here's the stamp set, Hello Friends. It also comes with some dies, and you'll see that I have used those in several of the cutouts. We're going to make a beautiful underwater scene, which I'm real excited about. And then, of course, you also have these stamps that go with this. And no, I do not like lobster. Everyone always asks for that. Like, you're from Maine and you don't like lobster? No, I don't. All right. Now, this is a real neat piece. It is, I don't know what you'd call it. What do you call it when it's the remainder of what you cut out? I know there's a word for that. I'm going to actually use this in the layout, so it comes together pretty cool. All right, so here are the colors. And I want to show you what I did with the base page before I place it down. I gutted out this piece of cardstock so that I have this entire section still to use in another layout. And this is very easy to do. You can tell just looking at this. You lay down the piece that you're going to cut and you go 1 inch all the way around, and then it just pops out. And this is placed with my piece of white cardstock on top. All right, so let's secure this down because you know mine tend to go all over the place. And we're going to do it here just in case I need to set something under there. For what reason, I wouldn't even be able to tell you. Not sure I even needed to do that. All right, so let's get started. So we have a real pretty border here. So first off, we're going to put down this piece. This is a beautiful piece of cardstock. And I know water is not pink, but it can have all these different shades in it, so I think we're good. And not to mention, we're just using our imagination and creating something. Are we not? All right, now I just remembered that one of the things I'm going to do is place, gosh, I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of, the negative space. Ha! This is the negative space from when I cut out several of these pieces. And all I did is when I originally did it, I just continued to move the piece of cardstock through my die cut machine, and it would just run off of the die cut. And I continued it all the way across. Now it would have been cool if I had done even one more, but then they would have been cut in half. You know what I'm saying? And that would have looked real funny. So what I decided to do was to leave it just like this, so that then I could place it under my water and have it look like with the negative space there's more coral coming up. So we're going to, I think we'll use this right here just to stick it down under there. And you know, this is going to be in a photo album, so it's not like it's going to be thrown around in the back of a car, so I'm not worried too much about all of it being secured down, just enough to keep it where it needs to stay. And I almost forgot, we need to do some stamping. So let's see, hold on here. But I can't wait for you to see the seascape that I've done. All right, we're just going to do them about right there because we want the bubbles coming up. Let's put this up. Alrighty, so now we can put this down. And of course, this just ran out. So let's use this in the intro, this huge thing. It takes up almost all of the screen. Okay, put this down. And I'm going to pause the camera and I'm going to refill my tape runner. So I will be right back. Well, let's see how many more times I'm going to end up stopping this. Oh, it's driving me crazy. All right, here we go. So let's add a little bit of glue. It's just going to go along the bottom. Since I've had to stop the recording several times, I don't remember what I've even said to all of you. But I think one of the things I did say is it's not like this is going to be being thrown around in the back of a car. It's going to be in a photo album, so I'm not concerned with getting every bit of it tacked down. Okay, I think I should just stop filming. Ay, ay, ay. Goodness sake. Here we go. Y'all are looking at me going, Laura Daniels, how do you create? I don't know. I don't know. Because sometimes I watch myself and I'm going, this girl. I mean, seriously, this is almost funny. I'm probably going to edit this out. Ay, ay, ay. It's not even sticking down. This is going to be one of those where I pause the video to save you from me. Okay, right there. Why isn't it sticking down? I will take this out, that's for sure. And I want it higher up. Oh my gosh. About right there. It goes there. And it goes there. And it goes there. All right. Oh my gosh. That was literally almost painful. All right, now I'm not sure what part of that I will take out and what I will keep in. All right, so let's get the photos down about where I want them to be, because we're going to do some splushing, whatever you call that. I still haven't figured out what that's called. So let's get this down, and then I'll show that to you. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I just want to get these matted so that I can decide where I'm going to put. Now the title's going to go up here. This is going to come down past the coral. And then right in here is where I want to do what I call splushing. All right, so here we go. I know, bear with me. All right, so we're going to get a clear block. I probably got that at Michael's. And then I love this technique. It's just so much fun. And what I love most about it is the fact that it is hard to mess it up. And it just comes together looking so pretty on the white. And I am going to just take a little bit of water and spray it. I'm doing it off camera because I don't want to accidentally get it here upon all this stuff. And now we know that we want, this is going to be about right here. So we're going to put a little mark, okay? And this photo is about right here. We're going to put that down, all right? So we know that's where my two photo corners are. So I want the color to be in here. And I'm not real particular with where and the how, because it's underwater and it's supposed to look like all over the place, right? But just enough so that it looks organic. And we don't want so much of a straight line, so just take the paper, the plastic, like that. And that's it. That's all we're going to do. It is very easy to get carried away and just start putting stuff everywhere, at least for me. All right, so we know that this is pretty dry up here, so we are going to put this down. And this is going to go about right there. It's hard to wait for it to dry. Like, I've already turned the camera off. I can't tell you how many different times. I'm ready to get done. And we're going to put this right there. Remember my pencil mark. So it'll go about right there. Okay. This is obviously me, my sister Lorraine, my mom Shirley, my brother Billy, and my sister-in-law Donna. Those are all of us in the picture. And we are walking Wells Beach in Maine. Have any of you ever been there? It is such a beautiful beach to walk on, and one of my favorite places to go whenever we go home to Maine. And that's part of the journaling. All right, so I've always tried to figure out the easy way to do this, and I think what I'm going to do is pause the camera now, and I'm just going to explain first what I did. These are puffy stickers, and they're Pink Fresh Studio, and I don't know if it says the color on here. Nope, I don't see the color. It just says Puffy Alpha Stickers. So the color brought out like the lemon lime twist, and then I took the mini alphabet dies, and this one sheet gives you all the letters, and it gives you 2 A's, a couple of H's, a couple of N's, so that you can create basically a sentence, just one run through. And I did it in the Summer Splash. So I'm going to pause the camera, and I'm going to put my title together up here, and then we're going to do the seascape down at the bottom, which I think you'll love. Well, there's nothing relaxing about trying to stick these alphas down at all. The puffy sticker took about 3 seconds. These letters must have taken a half hour to try to put the glue on them. Laying down drove me crazy, so I literally saved you from myself. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's get some of this down and see if it goes a little more. I almost stopped filming the actual video, so I just need to relax, start over. Oh my gosh. All right, these look so pretty. So we're just going to relax and enjoy the process. The glue will dry clear, so it doesn't need to look perfect. This is the back side. I think this coral die cut is just so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. And I am only putting the glue at the bottom because I want to be able to weave this beautiful seaweed in and around the actual coral. And there's definitely a front and a back side to this. I'm just putting enough that it's not going to fly off the page for no reason. All right, so I'm going to stick this here and kind of open it up. And of course it's not cooperating. Nothing's cooperating in this video. Okay, there we go. Got that down. Ay, ay, ay. I think next time I do a video with my 2 pages, what I'm going to do for my sanity is whatever page has the alpha stickers I have to put on, hello, I can just do that on the page that I show you at the end, right? Who's to say I have to do the first page first and the second page second? I could do the first page second and the first page first. And I want this right here. Oh my gosh. So anyways, that may be my new thing because this has seriously stressed me out. Ugh, the amount of editing I'm going to have to do. All right, so I want one of these up a little higher. And when you're not having to do something on camera, I don't know, things just seem to go smoother. Oh, all right. Oh, now look at this. I need to show you this. My friend Merity told me about this. You can get this at the Dollar Tree in the aisle where they have the automotive stuff. And yeah, dimensionals. Look at that. Perfect. So there we go, Mr. Crab. You have a dimensional on you to give you a little dimension. All right, now I want to curl up his claws just a little bit. We're going to place him right here. He's like wanting to see what's happening in the world. And I have my little starfish here. I will show you what I use to cut all these different pieces out with. But right now I have glue all over my fingers. We want to add dimension, so we want things kind of behind and on top of and with dimension. So, all right, I'm going to put this right here. And now, let me show you a couple of these. All right, so the first thing is, the starfish came from this stamp set called Seaside Wishes, okay? And then the sea turtles that I'm going to put up here next is also a Stampin' Up! Stamp set. This is retired, I'm sure, but I'm using these turtles. And then I did the bubbles from an old Close to My Heart stamp set called Summer Vibes. So I use these bubbles right here. All right, so now let's do our turtles right here. And again, I want to use one of these. It's going to fit right there in the middle. And one of the things I did with the turtles is I've kind of turned up, and this would work so much better when you use one of these. Just kind of turn up like he's swimming. Y'all figuring that out? He's swimming through the water. All right, let's put him down. I'm gonna just creating this scene that's going to take like a half hour. All right, now we are not going to put him on dimensionals because he's further back. So he's not as close. We're going to put him right there. And then I need my little starfish, and I want to use a mini dimensional. I'll put him on here, down here on the bottom, right there. And then we got to put the lobster, and again, one of the things we're going to do is curl up his claws, okay, just like that, and we're going to glue him down. We are coming along. Life and things are happening. Here we go. He's going up there. Then we have a smaller crab, and we're going to use smaller dimensionals. I think this is looking lovely. I could not put this much work into a layout and send it off as if it's a card. I'm sorry. I don't know if any of you feel the same way, but this is a lot of work. So the idea of having it in an album where I'm creating a book of memories means something. I think I want him over here. And I know I'm creating something that's going to be around a while. I guess that's what I'm saying. Maybe I sound selfish. Yes, because those of you that create cards and mail them, oh my gosh, you feel so special when you get the card. And you know why? Because it's a lot of work making the card. What kills me is that somebody might just throw the card away. Oh, I don't think I can handle that. All right. I don't want to know. If I have mailed you a card and you have thrown it away, just don't even tell me. Okay? Do not tell me. And then if I come looking for it one day, just say, you know what? Oh my gosh, I just can't find it. I don't know where it is. Okay, now we're going to take a deep breath. This kind of looks like a hot mess. We're not done yet. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. We got to put our little bubbles. And then we're going to do the big reveal. Wait till you see the second page. All right. And my fingers are all gluey. I am going to wash them. Where do I want to put this one? Right here. All right, now look at these. We're going to add some of these, and it's just going to look so pretty. All right, I need my Hoodigator. Okay, pick me up tool. Take your pick tool. I do that every time. Maybe I have not had enough coffee this morning. I honestly, at this point, do not know. Oh dear, I'm just like, Oh, now you can't tell me this does not look adorable. I love it. Now let's add some of this. This is our what? What's this color? This is our, it's not Melon Mambo. Oh my gosh, there's so many things to remember. And yes, I'm mumbling. I am mumbling. And we have this pink, and we're going to put it up here. Here we go. There we go. All right, so you have all the colors. And someone's going, Laura, you need one right there. But we have a lot going on here. Don't you agree? But you know where I want to add one? Is down here. All right. Here we go. What the heck, you know? Let's just use them all. Okay, that's it. Oh, one more. All right, one more. All right. Right there. Okay, we're stopping because I can just see myself getting carried away with this. All right, now, I know you probably want to go somewhere, but don't go somewhere because now I'm going to put the 2 pages side by side and we're going to do the big reveal and then I'll tell you the story. And we're going to end this on a very happy, relaxed, creative note. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, I have washed my hands. I have had a second cup of coffee. Maybe I'll be a little more together. Actually, what I needed was a glass of wine because this stressed me out so much. But I did not because it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I saved my small glass of wine for when I call my mom in the evenings and we chat while I'm swinging on the swing. All right, so are you ready to see the big reveal? I had already completed page 2. Today we did page 1 and it's using Ocean Friends. So let's lift this up and you know the thing about when you're filming, you can't do a do-over because you've already glued down the entire page. So it is what it is and here we go. And with all that said, I do like the way it came out. I want to read aloud my journaling that I put over on this side. And one of the things I did do is after I print up my journaling, I took a blending brush, and this is pumice stone, and I just went around the edges of the journaling. And then this stamp set right here is the same stamp set. Let's see, which one is it here? It is the Seaside Wishes from Stampin' Up. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. And for me, it was us just taking a walk on the beach. And so here's the journaling. It was such a beautiful morning for a walk on the beach. The sun was shining brightly and the air just felt so fresh, refreshing on the back of my neck. And I have always loved the sounds and the smells of the ocean. They calm my soul in such a perfect way. The seagulls calling and the waves rolling on the shore create the perfect harmony. And whenever I go home to Maine, a walk on Wells Beach is always the must-do, followed by Congdon's, excuse me, for a terrific breakfast bowl and a freshly baked donut. Now this was when I went home to visit Mom back in 2024 September. And have any of you ever been to Wells Beach? So before I go any further, let me just go over this a little bit and kind of show you the second page. And here I use the Circles of Nature dies, and I cut out the circle and I just kind of added some more of the sea life creatures. Here I did some smushing with the ink. I added this piece of die cut coral, or is it a sand dollar? This is my sister and sister-in-law, and here's Lorraine and I. I stamped up top, I added my journaling, I added the bubbles here, and again I used the pretty enamel dots that come with the suite. And then look at this right here, this sea life. I love how it has so much dimension. You can see how I did the arms of the sea turtles, and even this is lifted a little bit, and how I wove the actual seaweed in between the coral. So I love how this page came out. What's on the bottom here? Well, it's another sea turtle. Oh my gosh, that is just par for the course with this entire layout. So I have the smushing going across both pages. I have the sea life all along the bottom. I have the pictures of my family, a perfect Maine morning, and I am calling this done. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for watching, and thanks so much for leaving a comment at the end of the video. You know I always love hearing from y'all. And until we meet again, God bless. I hope I hit record. Have a great day. Bye-bye.